I'm kind of on a roll dismantling the water wheel model so far. Before I go on, I want to see, I can just snap these off, these blocks. I can just snap them with the vice grips. They come right off. I used glue. I didn't use any other fasteners. But I wanted to explain that a block like this, it has two roles. One is to contain the bucket. See, the bucket lays in there, and it'll build up the sidewall of the bucket. Another function is that it's one side of the sheave, I think you'd call it, where a V-belt would go through, but I'll use rope drive. Now this block is the other side of the sheave to make the groove for the rope drive, and rope drive will be balanced on both sides. Now I used a piece of sash cord here just to illustrate it, but it would be the same size rope. And that rope drive will have to have a tightener, a rope tightener, a belt tightener they'd call it, a pulley that rides on it that keeps it tight. But that's kind of coming later. What I'm going to do is snap all of these off. I'll save them. And I'll probably snap, I don't think these are fastened either. I'll probably snap these off too. Because when I did this, I planned for a 4.5 inch bucket, and I've gone to 5-inch. So I'll replace these. I may replace the whole wheel, I don't know. Another mistake I made was to include this hub and a spool. That was a bad idea for reasons I can't explain. So I'll find some way to take the wheel off that spool. A lot of stuff to do. I'll keep you informed as I go. There, that was just so easy. So easy. Here are these blocks. Now they work perfect because I wanted the glue. I got the strongest glue I could get, but it didn't break at the glue. What it broke was at the wood. The wood was weathered, and so the wood broke off. But I can use them all right again. Now these, I call these things the joists, I think. They are also glued on here, I think. And since I was doing such rough work, I had quite a time of it. I had to do, here, see all this shimming that I had to do? Once again, I used glue. But I was working under really difficult conditions, and I'm not necessarily ashamed of it. It's just I struggled, and I know now I know what I'm doing, and I can do much better work from the word go. So I'll almost certainly lift these off as well. Well, those joists popped off just about as easily. I used a flat bar. To pop them off, but just bumping them and they came. And oh my, I remember how much shimming I had to do. I left these blocks on there. They came free of the joist. They're on the underside of the joist. Their function is to fit on the rim. But I left them there just to remind me of how I spaced, where I spaced them, and where the spokes are supposed to go down through. I'm probably going to take this wheel completely apart and maybe build a new one, or else just rebuild it better. Bye for now.